to check right now, just to make sure it's on. Yes, it is. Yeah. Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWASHI. Yahawah is the Heavenly Father's true name in ancient Hebrew, who the world ignorantly calls God, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And YAHAWASHI is the name of his only begotten Son, the Savior of the nation of Israel, starting with the elect, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, who we learned this truth from. And peace, love, salutations, and blessings to the house of David, which is the elect, the men, women, and children that are predestined to receive salvation and to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel. Just real quick, if anybody on the comment board, you just make sure, let me know if y'all can hear us. It's kind of windy right now, and we kind of, by a street. But if y'all can hear us clearly, just let us know about the shop. So yeah, just gonna go in the lesson. All right, the lesson is entitled "The Days of Trouble Are at Hand," and basically, so basically, we just want to get into the current events, get into what's going on in the world. As the scripture tells us that we're supposed to watch and pray always. That we're able to escape the things that are coming. Today's kind of like the first nice day, for in a while over here in Jersey. You got a lot of people out, a lot of people out in the parks and out and about, and people are trying to get some type of normalcy back to their lives, man. Being in quarantine and things of that nature. But we know that, even though it's a so-called nice day outside and it feels good to be outside and everything like that, there's a lot more shit, a lot more hell is about to come to hit this place, man.
Still a different climate.
Yeah, it's definitely still a different climate, and you still, a lot of people that are not in this truth, but of the world, they're thinking that it's going to be this could be a hope to come.
Bounce back.
Yeah, bounce back or something. We'll see how this goes, and we'll have our regular lives back, right before we know it. But that's not what the scripture says is going to happen. Scripture tells us it's going to be a time of trouble. All right, a time of desolation, a time of thick darkness, perils. Yeah, hey, yep, all those things, man. So, the brothers and sisters that are in this truth, it's our job to continue to, the men first and foremost, continue to keep watching and continue to keep warning the sheep, and also to get, us as the house of David in general, just to continue to keep on believing, man. Staying in the spirit. So, through the spirit, if you got anything you want to say, you can just bring it out, or your scripture.
Yeah, man. I mean, basically, and to add on, like, that's what it was about, because at the end of the day, last day prophecies, that's where we're still living, what I'm saying? All of this, what's happening with the coronavirus, COVID-19, and everything else, it's all well and good, but, like, that is part of the prophecies of the last days. So, like, it's just this is an addition of the last day prophecies as far as, like, the rumors of wars, what I'm saying? All the other stuff. Now, this is all part of it. This is all part of the grand show. You know what I'm saying? No, because like people think the normalcy, as the brother said, let's say it would get back to normal as you would think, but like at the end of the day, we're still on the timeline of America's end. So it don't matter if it go back to regular and you could like go to restaurants again, because at the end of the day, how long is it going to be like that? You know what I'm saying? Before something else comes up to where we have to change up and then have to change your whole way of life. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, this probably might be the way of life for a minute, because at the end of the day, you can't defeat a virus. It's not like it's going to be one day they're going to be like, all right, the coronavirus is dead. No one's ever going to catch it ever again. Or another virus, something they might concoct in their laboratory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing is, a lot of people are not, are not watching for the signs, man.
Right.
You get Matthew's, I know you got some, get Matthew 24, verse 3. A lot of people are not watching for the signs. So that's what separates the men of the Lord from everybody else in this world, man. Is that we're watching for the signs. These things that are happening, these are is the evidence of our salvation being nigh, man. Okay, well, a lot of people, they're of this world, so they're feeling like their world is coming to an end, which it is. As the scripture says, what is going to be the end of this world. So when they're seeing that their rights are taken away from them, things that they're used to being able to do, they can't really do that no more. You got a lot of Edomites now, protesting. All right, they're coming up against their governments, man. Because they're not able to go out and about and able to do their shopping and or do their small businesses. So Esau's kingdom is through, man, and it's beautiful that we're able to see this happening, man. We're able to understand what's going on.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it, because you got a lot of Israelites that they're upset about this, you know? It's just like during the time of Egypt, when we was came out of ancient Egypt, you had a lot of Israelites that were upset at the process of us coming out of captivity, man. And that's why the Lord, basically, his anger was, hot in them. It kindled, yeah, the water. It kindled, and he did what? He killed the majority of Israelites, man, because they wasn't appreciative, and they were upset at the transition from coming out of captivity that they were in for 400 plus years into, having their own sovereignty, having their own freedom, having their own, way of life, living the correct way, man. And you still have that happening right now. So that's why the Lord said at this time, he's not going to deliver the whole house, man. Because the whole house is not deserving on being delivered. It's only the elect, the ones that are sighing and crying for the abominations that are being done here, man. So you get that.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
See, so that's once again, that's something that separates the elect from the rest of this world. What the disciples asked the Lord was, tell us what will be the signs of thy coming. So we're supposed to be looking for signs, man. There's clues. There's things that are going to be happening, Salakia. There's things that are going to be happening in the world. There's things that's going to be happening in the world that are going to be signs of the coming of YAHAWASHI, man. All right, and only the ones who are in the know are going to be really looking for those things, because everybody else is looking for ways of this society to get back to open up again. You know, everybody else is looking for, hey, what needs to be done for us to be able to go back to partying, go back to work. You got Israelites that actually want to go back to work, man.
It's mind-boggling.
You see, and that's why the scripture says, "Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave?" You know, we're supposed to have sovereignty. We're supposed to be kings and princes on this earth. We're supposed to have dominion over these other nations, man.
If I may add, and fuck this place, but like at the end of the day, because brother talking about, Jake, you got a lot of Israelites that are mad about what's happening, and what like they want to see what they could do to get things back to normal. At the end of the day, and just like in the time of Egypt, when Moses, through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, delivered the Israelites, they wasn't really understanding how much it's benefiting them what they was going through right now. Because right now, you got Jakes right now talking about, like, well, one thing about this quarantine, I'm saving money, I'm this, that, and the third. So it's positive. It's positive outlooks for this, but like at the end of the day, people just so accustomed to the whole punching in the clock and being sad for 8 hours and having, being able to go out during the weekends and shit like that and partying and BS. But at the end of the day, like, this is what we're supposed to be doing, because Israel, remember, Israel's a plain man. Israel's a man that dwelleth in the tents. So like, really, we're not doing nothing outside of our nature. You know what I'm saying? That's all it was.
Time. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. Verse 4 of Matthew, the 24th chapter. It says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Messiah, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
Hey, you got that happening, man. The wars. Everybody is also focused on the whole coronavirus and being locked up. You still got World War III over there brewing up, man. You still got China, you still got Iran, talking tough, okay? The weak saying I am strong, okay? You still got Russia. All these things are all, a part of the end time prophecies. All these things are a part of the signs and the tokens of this age coming to an end, man. Okay, so there are wars and rumors of wars. There's pestilences. You just had today, you had an earthquake hit over there in Puerto Rico, and you had another earthquake hit over there in Greece, man. So you got the earthquakes in diverse places, you got the pestilences, you got the famine, all right, which is, you got a lot of Babylonians that's not even really hip to the food shortages that's going on, so these things, when the Lord said, that day's going to come like a thief in the night, it's going to hit the ones who are not paying attention, man. That's why, let me get this real quick. Paul said that the day so cometh, it's the book of 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 1. It says, but the times and of the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right.
So who's that? That day's not coming as a thief in the night to the ones who are watching.
Yep.
You're on your watchtower. You see an enemy coming. You're not gonna be taken by surprise. Okay. But the ones who are not on the watchtower, the ones who are not paying attention, the ones who are still asleep. It's like when somebody comes in as a thief comes in at nighttime, because why? Because the person that they come in to rob is not alert, That's why we have to stay upon our watch, so we have to stay alert, man. All right, but Paul said what? That I have no need to write unto you, for you yourselves knows perfectly that the day of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai so cometh as a thief in the night. So that's why you got the famines that are about to hit, man. You know, that are used, like I said this before, like the famine is just not, you know, you're gonna wake up one day and all of a sudden there's not gonna be no food. Like, it's a process. You know, yeah, there's a process that's happening. And then when you look into the news, you see, okay, well, you got the plants, the meat plants shutting down. You got the crops, the farmers, they're basically having to throw away all their crops because they have nobody basically to sell it to. So all this is a trickle effect, you know, the supply chain. It's that eventually it's going to get to the point where, all right, now all these things that happen in the back end is going to affect the front end to where when you go to these supermarkets, there's not going to be no food there. There's going to be a shortage. You even got some supermarkets now that are already doing rationing with meats and certain other different products, man. So all these things are accumulating up to the point of a famine where there's no more foods in the stores. Because you even got the thing where you have no exports going in and out of different countries, man. So this thing, like I said, man, this thing is global. All right, you got something to say? You go.
No. All right, continue reading.
So let me finish this. Verse 3, it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right? And that's what a lot of people, especially during the beginning of the year, 2020 is my year, this and that. You know, every time there's a new year, everybody get that whole peace and safety. They get that whole vibration of, you know, I'm about to conquer this year. This is about to be my year. And what happened in 2020? Ever since it popped off, it's been nothing but hell, man.
Word.
You know, it's to the point where now people are making memes and jokes about it, but like each month they're expecting something worse to happen. You know, I've seen something on what was it? Not Instagram, Facebook. I think it was Instagram. It's somebody said, April, congratulations, you defeated level 4 April. And it says next level May of Jumanji, basically.
Yeah.
So like each month is just more and more hell. And you just had yesterday was just what, May Day, okay? May Day, which is what the Illuminati's birthday, the day that it was created and stuff like that. Which is, we know, man, that these devils, the people that's on top, they're into satanic heavy witchcraft, man. Right? You think people think that the people that are the powers that be are just, you know, some nice old white men that just want the best for the world.
I think it's a bunch of Trumps or something.
Yeah, just want the best of the world. And no, man, these people, the scripture tells you that there's wicked rulers in the darkness of this world, man. All right, spiritual wickedness in high places.
Think about mission upon their beds, like it.
No, you got.
I was just saying, think of a mission upon their beds, like that's not a righteous ruler.
Con. All right. So the things that are happening, you know, even though it's ultimately from Yahawah Bashim Yahushai, but the left-handed energy is working these things, man. And it's all going to come up into that mark of the beast, man, which is the RFID chip, which that's already on the earth too, man. You already got that on the earth too. So there's so much things that are happening. That's why the title reads, "Behold, the days of trouble are at hand," because there's no way of really escaping these things, like except that you are in Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. There's no way to escape this. You can't go nowhere. You can't do nothing. You can't, you know, save up enough money. You can't get enough arms. You can't store enough food. Okay. Watch that movie, The Road. It showed you that, you know, storing food, and that's not going to save you, man. Okay, trying to be a doomsday prepper is not saving you. This is the true doomsday prepping, man. This is because the word doomsday, basically the word doom go into judge or judgment. So this is the way you do judgment day prepping. It's by running, you know, running back and repenting unto Yahawah Bashim Yahushai. For that protection. That's the only way you're gonna be prepping for the day of the Lord, man. The Lord not gonna care about your money. It tells you that in Proverbs that the riches profiteth not in the day of evil, but righteousness delivereth from death. Okay, and you also, and another thing that's happening is the word of Yahawah Bashim Yahushai is becoming more less available, man. Because you got brothers that really don't go out on the highways and byways like that much. You still got some camps and some brothers do, but a lot of brothers can't go out on the highways and byways because of the whole coronavirus thing. Yeah. And then you got also YouTube is shutting down pages, man. Yeah. You know, so this is why right now is imperative to seek the Lord while He may be found, because the time is coming where the Lord is literally not going to be found, and it's going to be at the worst time that you can't find the Lord. It's going to be at the time where you need Him the most that He's not going to be able to be found.
Yeah, He wouldn't say, seek ye the Lord while He may be found, or while the doors of repentance are open, if He wasn't going to close them. Mm-hmm. Just like in the time of Noah. Noah was out there prophesying, telling about the rain to come. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was laughing at him. So when the time came, when time for the rain to come, everybody wanted to get on the boat, but it was too late. And then what? The Lord shut it up, just like He's going to shut the doors of repentance up now to 2/3 of Israel, because those are the people right now. Because the word is still available, you know what I'm saying, but it's getting a little more and more less available.
Attainable.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, attainable. You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you got brothers that still go out, but look where they're going out at. They're not. The streets of concourse is not really concording right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like people are not shopping and stuff. So it's like it's really for the web for them to go out there. But
because usually right now we'll be at camp, you know, on the chief place of concourse,
right,
where there's a lot of traffic and people coming back and forth. But right now we kind of, you know, I mean, there's people behind us, but we're really doing this for, you know, the sheep that's on the internet, man.
World Wide Web.
Yeah, and we know that once that gets taken down, you know, once that's done, it's over. Yeah. You know, because in the scriptures prophesied about having the famine of the word, man. Yeah. So all these things are happening simultaneously. It's not like, you know, one here, then 10 years later something else, and 10 years later something else. No, you got the famine, you got the pestilence, okay, you got the wars and rumors of wars, you got the uproars of the people. Like I said before, you got protesting happening all over across of America, man. Over there in Michigan, they was armed. You got armed protesters going up to the Capitol building, talking about they basically want them to reopen the government. So what's the scripture tells that in 2nd Ezra 15 chapter? Shall I put that up real quick? It tells you that was going to happen. 2nd Ezra 15.
What's the additional moment?
Yeah, not regarding the kings and princes. Because imagine you got regular civilians coming up to the Capitol building with arms, with guns. You see? That's the times that we're living in, man. We're not living in peace and safety. We're not living in a time of love. We're living in a time of hate. Ecclesiastes tells us that for every thing, there's a time. Everything underneath the sun is a time and a season for every purpose. What is the purpose that we're in right now? Is the purpose, is it to be lollygagging? Is it to be sleep? Is it to be thinking that, you know, you should you know, build up your life here? Okay, get a you know, start a business. Well, there's nothing wrong with doing that, but look, we're really not in that time. Because in order to start a business, you gotta have you gotta be able to see far off.
Yeah, you're looking far.
Yeah, you're looking far off to be able to start a business. All right, you're looking at, all right, let's see the proceeds 10, 20, 30 years from now. That time is not here, man. The time is short. All right, the time is short, man. So this is 2nd Ezra 15, verse 15. It says, 14. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth not. So that's the only times that we're coming into. The sword and the destruction. That is the day of the Lord. That is the day of YAHAWASHI, man. The day of the creator of heaven and earth. Not what these churches are telling you, okay? Not what your grandma telling you. The day of the Lord is what? The sword and destruction draweth not. Why is that? Because the 1 John, the 5th, I forgot exactly what chapter, but 1 John tells you, because the whole world lieth in wickedness, man. So if the whole world lieth in wickedness, and YAHAWASHI is a righteous judge, all right, and he's a man of war, what do you think he's going to do to this world? Okay, it says, for their sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. What is going to be a reason why people are invading one another? The lack of food. That's going to be a reason. Okay, hey, social wars, social unrest. You got people mad at other people for protesting. So you got anti-protesters, man. You got other civilians that are protesting against the people who are protesting against the government. So that's your next door neighbor. What if your next door neighbor could be all for like stay at home, and then you like, nah, this is fake. Now your neighbor and you are at odds against each other, man. Okay. So it says, invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Meaning what? Whatever they feel like that is necessary for them to do, people are going to do it. They're not going to regard their governments, man. Which is ultimately why you want to have the martial law is going to happen.
Yeah, they're waiting for basically everybody to buck up to the point to where they want to give strict take
away rights.
Yeah,
take
away
all your
basically
rights.
Have strict rules and regulations. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, the people are still kind of like in the sheeple state of mind, because like still stuff available and stuff is still kind of regular. But like, you know, once things start to get really irregular, that's when people are gonna like start to be like, you know, especially like you got the Edomites right now protesting all this staying at home stuff, and like at the end of the day, like, is this really bothering? Because you can still technically go outside, but you know, people want to do that off the wall shit. You know what I mean? They want to go to the, you know, they want to go party and they want to link up and do all this stuff. But like, at the end of the day, we're gonna be able to do that in the kingdom. I'm talking about to Israel, man. We're gonna do all we want to do here we're gonna be able to do in the kingdom and in righteousness, man. And that's the problem. That's sometimes like a aggravating thing, because like people that like you want to stay here, but then we talk about the kingdom to come. It's gonna be all the stuff you enjoy doing and righteously, and then way more abundantly. You know what I'm saying? But like their eyes are blinded, like the Lord said. So,
Kinda, I got a precept for you. This is the book of Hebrew. Damn, can't see.
sun is tight bright.
It's
We is like right under it.
Yeah, it's the book of Hebrew chapter 13, verse 14. It says, for here we have no continuing city,
Yep.
but we seek one to come.
That's the elect too, man, because they seek a kingdom. Can you read that again, brother?
God.
Real quick?
Hebrew chapter 13, verse 14. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come.
That's why you ain't no man of the truth talking about like trying to flourish in the business world, trying to flourish in the stock market. You know what I'm saying? That's all well and good if you want to dabble in certain things, but like it's not the thing to put all your chips in. You know what I'm saying? All your marbles in,
Your
because
faith in.
yeah, all your hard energy and your energy should be put into the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? So like that goes to men of the truth. Like yo, you out here. They said we have no continuing city here, but you out here trying to get a major. You trying to get your business off the ground. But they said you have no continuing city, and it's not just. What you think you're gonna be able to? You gonna become the next what? P Diddy or some shit? Well, you gonna make the major sneaker brand Nike? You gonna be the next guy to do that? Hey, we ain't in time. The companies that are on top right now are going to the bottom. So who you think you is to make us to think you gonna make something so cool that you're just gonna somehow just first you're gonna peep over all of the
Companies that are going bankrupt.
and all the economic downturns, all the economic downfalls. You know what I'm saying? What do you think you're gonna do to just you're just gonna overlap all of that and just be you going to be a successful business owner when all the people that would support your business are broke?
And remember, on top of that, you got the curses on you anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you got the curses upon Jake as upon Jake anyway. So the only way you really could make it like to that level or in this society is if you basically sell your soul, man. And what did YAHAWASHI say? You know, what gain is it for man? You know, what is it for a man to gain the world? Profit for a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. The only way you can, as an Israelite, gain the whole world in this society is if you lose your soul, man. You know, and like I said before, you gotta do a lot of heavy satanic rituals in order to make it in this society, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
And if I may add, and that's why you have people like, for instance, like let's use Michael Jordan for example. You have people like in the entertainment world, they're all miserable and they all kind of like in an asshole state of mind. Like people in the corporate world, they're all like assholes. You know why they assholes? It's not because they want to be assholes. It's that they have no soul. So like they don't care about nothing because like they didn't give their soul. So what the fuck? What is it to them to care about anything else? Especially some low level humans like Americans. You know what I'm saying? That's why they wear the shades. That's why they you come across these celebrities. They're not all warm and cuddly. I'm talking about the ones that's been around for a while. Not the new. And then that's another thing too. You got people out here trying to I want to be the next Denzel Washington. Like nah. First off, people don't go to the movies like that anymore. That's why you have everybody. If you notice, like the game has changed with music and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You got the people now. They doing the live battles with this person against that person. That wasn't a thing before. But why? Because the daughters of music being brought low as well. You know what I mean? This whole thing with COVID-19, like it's not been a long time, but it's been long enough to put a dent into like the whole flow of things. Because like each day to day is how some people get money. So if your day to day is on standstill, how are you getting money? If you're a musician or an actor, or whatever, you can't film nothing, you can't do no videos, you can't what else do they got to do? Make appearances. All the public things is shut down. Athletes, and that's not just the athletes. What about the people that work for the athletes? What about the limo drivers? All those people are out of work right now. This thing, and this is a damage that's you can't just flip the switch on, then like we all back to normal, everything's good now. You got some people that they can't afford their rent. The people that can, afford food. You can't just you're just gonna flip the switch on and then everything is bright again. The day, I mean, like nah, it's not like that because the Lord said that this place is supposed to go out of business. So this is a corporation.
And the way the Lord's doing it, it's like if you're in the truth, you can see. If you have the vision to see, you can see what's happening. But the thing is, a lot of people don't have the vision. So like they're not seeing like how the Lord, like I was just playing Jenga with my son. Like if you can't see the bigger picture in the Jenga, you'll lose quick, man. Because you're getting taken by surprise when you pull out that one piece and then everything falls. It's like That's what the Lord is doing with America, man. He's taking one piece of block here, you know, then he's taking another piece here, then he takes another piece there, and the next thing you know, people still thinking because the tower's still standing, so everybody still thinks everything is good, everything is all fine, you know, America's still afloat. So but they're not seeing, all right, well, you just got 7 different blocks taken away. So you get that last block taken away, boom, everything collapses. Then that's when everybody's gonna be like, what the fuck happened? How did this happen? How did this happen? Yeah. Well, remember a couple of months ago this happened, and a couple of months ago this piece was taken, and a couple of months this was taken, and now all of a sudden it just collapsed, and then that's when everybody go, and that's when people are gonna lose their mind, man. That's why the scripture tells you in the book of Isaiah chapter 6. Let me get that real quick.
And these devils are so despicable that they're not even telling the people everything that happens. So some things they're gonna reveal when it's all said and done, and like the whole damage is done. Then it's gonna be like, oh yeah, this, that, and the third, this happened. So you're gonna have to do this, that, and the third. It's like that. Like people is not aware of none of this.
And let me get this real quick. Isaiah 33 verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
Not your credit score.
Yeah, because right there it says what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. People are not knowledgeable of what's going on, man. Like, see, the thing about this truth, even though we don't put our energy into this world, into the things of this world, being in this truth makes us knowledgeable about what's going on in this world, man. Before this truth, we wasn't into the economy. We wasn't into, the geopolitics. Okay, the Iran and China and what they're doing, world news. Or he wasn't into, technology, the AI and the chip and all that stuff. This word gave us, this truth gave us even knowledge that supersedes people of this world, man. You have a conversation with a professor and you ask him certain things and you question him on certain things. He'd be like, oh, let me get back to you on that, because this world, as YAHAWASHI said in this word, that the wisdom of this world is foolishness to the Most High, man. Yep. So a lot of people, so that's just, that's people that are learned, people that are learned still don't really know. But the majority of people in this world, in America especially, are not learned. They're just fucking sheeple, like you said, they're zombies. So like a lot of people have no clue what's going on in this world. So when everything starts to hit the fan, they're going to be looking for answers. They're going to be unstable, because it says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So they're not going to be stable. So they're going to look for stability again. And that's when Esau going to present them with that chip. That's when he's going to present them problem, reaction, solution. Order out of chaos, man. That's what's happening right now. People are panicking and they're looking for answers. Esau told them what? Stay at home is the answer. Everybody say, stay at home. Esau told them wear a mask is the answer. Everybody wearing a mask. Yeah. So when Esau comes and when the economy collapses, when everything, and I said this before through the spirit of YAHAWASHI, I'm not even taking credit. And brother said it too, everybody said it. The whole COVID thing is going to be the least of people's problems, man. And I said, you got what? You got businesses are closed. You got a lot of businesses that's talking about they might not be able to open back up. You got stores, all right, that are going bankrupt, all right? High-end stores, Neiman Marcus, J. Crew, all right? And that's just to name the ones recently. This has been happening. The retail apocalypse been happening for years, okay? And a lot of people, these brick and mortar stores, a lot of people were being employed by those stores. So you already had tens of thousands of people that were out jobs. Now you have the unemployment rate is right now with the numbers that they said, but those numbers are even still fabricated. But they got it at 30 million right now. So all these things, and all this happening from a quote unquote pandemic, but these are having lasting effects on the economy.
Crucial blows.
Yeah, so like you said, it's a block of the Jenga of Babylon being taken out. You can't put that block back in. It's not like 8 months from now, everybody's gonna be like, well, remember back in February, March, February, and April, where we had the corona. That was a crazy time. No, man, it's gonna be worse.
It's hemorrhaging. That's what they call it. It's hemorrhaging. It's like something hemorrhaging. You can't stop it. It's like it's not gonna. It's just gonna like keep going. Like it's hemorrhaging. It's like, and remember it says no remedy. It's no bet. It's no what is that you could be healed.
Let me get that for you.
So the hemorrhaging is just like, people
like bleed out.
Yeah, like, I'm saying, what is it, 7 pints of blood?
We couldn't stop the bleeding. Yeah. And that's what is with Babylon, man. You can't stop this bleeding, man. And that's from the scriptures. Jeremiah chapter 51. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, for Israel have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God. And that's what this world thinks, man. And that's what Esau thought. And that's why he thought like, oh, you know, I accomplished, you know, what I wanted. You know, I got these Israelites. They don't know who they are, or they don't know who their power is. They call themselves niggas. They call themselves African American. All right, their men are effeminate. Their women are, you know, out of order. Okay, they praying to you know, a pale faced Edomite seizure boards there who they call Jesus. So they thought, so Esau was like, yeah, Israel's forsaken of their God, man. But they did not consider the latter end, man. The Lord always had his remnant, and that was what the scripture said. You want to say something?
I'm just thinking, it just makes you wonder, like since this is not sponsored by Esau, so like it's just funny how like when the first video came out, like publicly, like brothers preaching that we the Israelites or not, like that's because like you said they held it with information that we're the Israelites. So like once it came out through the Israelites, it was like, well, like we spent all this money, we spent all these like this is centuries. Mm-hmm. Like this is not like just like slavery in America. Like this is like
orchestrated throughout
like,
time,
through generations. You know what I'm saying? This is a generational thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like even in America, like some people still knew they was Israelites, but like over time, it's like, you know, we've been completely discontinued. But like the Lord is what he said, he's never forsaken Israel, because like, at the end of the day, there's always gonna be some Israelites that's gonna know they're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? No matter, you know, what time we in.
And the Lord always had the promise, and the scripture tells you that the Most High is faithful, man. So the Lord already made a promise to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that we were going to, you know, inherit the earth. So that's why, like, Esau's definitely, he's like fighting a losing battle, man. You fight not a losing battle, you fighting a battle that lost, like you already lost.
It's already lost.
You know, you already lost it, but let me continue. It says, for Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power. That's right. Of his power. You see, that's what makes us us. It's not us, it's our power. Yahawah, Bashim YAHAWASHI.
It's given to us.
That's what makes it, that's what sets Israel apart, man. You could try to assimilate, you could try to, you know, beg for the Esau to love you and be all copacetic. What is going to set you apart, what sets Israel apart, is the fact that we are the children of Yahawah, Bashim YAHAWASHI, man. And when you leave from that, you become nothing. You become the scum of the earth. You become the offscouring of the earth, man. It says, you want to say something? It says, Judah of his power, Yahawah of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Verse 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahawah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Okay, it says what? This is the time of Yahawah, Bashim YAHAWASHI's vengeance, man. This is not the time of the Lord, Lord loving. Well, he's loving his elect, but the Lord, it's not the time of the Lord just acting like people say, oh, the Lord's not doing it, the Lord is not in the affairs of the world. You got people that say, oh, Lord, this is us, this is our doing, you know? It's because people are not staying at home. This is why this is happening, you know? But Salakia, this is the Lord's vengeance, man. And the Lord said he's going to accomplish everything he set out to do. His word should not come into him void, man. Okay, so the vengeance that he has set forth for Babylon the Great, which is written in the scriptures, we're not making this up, it's going to be accomplished. It was already written, and if it's written, it has to come to pass, man. Everything that's written in the scriptures must be fulfilled. That's what YAHAWASHI said. He said, behold, I come to do the things that are written of me. He fulfilled it. And when he was on that cross, he said what? It is finished. The thing that he was set to do that time he was on the earth, he fulfilled everything. You know, he fulfilled everything. We told him, in Luke the 24th chapter, where he told him that he begins to expound on them, the things written of him by prophets and by Moses, and how he must suffer so everything must be fulfilled. So the Lord fulfilled it, man. So what do you think that the Lord is not going to fulfill what he said that is going to happen here?
And that's why he said what you just read, when the flee out of the midst of Babylon, as we talk about the whole opening in businesses and trying to, you know, be the best you can in America, because the Lord said flee out of her. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of Babylon, or you're going to receive of her plagues. You know what I'm saying? Because that's clear cut. Like, yo, what you opening a business for and thinking that this is going to be like, you're going to open your business for a few years and then what? The prophecy's still unfolding before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? So you better off just living a regular life. You know what I'm saying? You do what you got to do. Of course, we're not saying like just like sit, you know what I mean, just chill out, but like don't put too much of your energy into this shit. Because look at the business world. Look at the economy. It's not just going to bounce back and then like, all right, everybody's going to be able to have parts into the pie. You know what I'm saying? The pie is already like, the pie has no filling. The crust is old. You know what I'm saying?
It's a decayed pie.
Yeah, you know, like the old crust. Like, you know, when crust gets real old, it gets real extra hard. You know what I'm saying? It's just old and it just has no use no more. You know, nobody wants to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what was happening. You know what I'm saying?
God. Going on in Jeremiah, verse 6. I'm going to start 6 again. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. And that's not talking about physically, all right? That's talking about spiritually, mentally, man.
Yeah, constantly.
You know? Flee out of the midst of, don't be a Babylonian, man. You know, that's why when people say to me, like when we talk, you know, on social media, talk about stuff in America, I don't really refer, people, Jake, you got Jake that refer to America as we. Like, oh yeah, we're stronger than Babylon, we're stronger than Iran. You know, we can overcome this. When the fuck Jake in America ever been included in anything that Esau? You've always been a second class citizen in Esau, man. You always been them niggas. You know, you always been those niggers, man. Okay, but it's flee out of Mr. Babylon, speaking spiritually. The Lord not coming to save Babylonians. He's not coming to save African Americans. He's not coming to save blacks. He's not coming to save Hispanics. He's not coming to save Latinos. Okay? He's coming to save Israelites. All right? Israelites. That's it. Yahshua, his children, son, princes of the power. If you don't call yourself an Israelite, then it's very slim chance that the Lord is going to deliver you. Okay? Because you might get delivered off of the strength of, you know, your family member or your loved one, but especially to you men specifically, man. Okay, you gotta. The Lord Scripture says that He surnamed us, man. To have that title, to have that name is an honor. Okay, it says
if I may, because you said the Israelites, and I'm gonna make it very clear. The only way you can be delivered, the only one way, is if you come from the seed, male seed, from Abraham on down to Isaac and to Jacob. No matter what you look like, if you come from that seed, that line, that's the only way you can have a chance of salvation. And that's what they don't tell in the churches, man. And be elect of that, but elect of that line. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can be from that Abraham, Isaac, and Esau, and then you have no chance of deliverance. And so people say no, they try to equate Abraham to include everybody.
Nations,
yeah, like to say like you could be saved. I come from the line of Abraham. Okay, you do come from the line of Abraham. Who doesn't? But you come from the line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because that's where the covenant. That's how the covenant was trickled down.
Verse 6, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Recompense meaning what? A reward, man. Okay? He's going to render unto her, as the scripture says in Revelation, reward her as she has rewarded thee.
Right.
Double unto her what she has given unto thee, man. So what has America done for the nation of Israel? Hell, for the whole world, really. It's really the whole world, but it starts awfully chiefly with the apple of the Most High's eye, which is who? The Israelites, man. America doesn't deserve repentance. It doesn't deserve a second chance. A second chance to do what? To fuck shit up again?
Yeah, that's all he wants.
Is to be even to try to be even more more wicked. You know, perfect their wickedness even more, man. This place was set up as our captivity. It tells you that in Deuteronomy 28:68. You should go into Egypt again with ships.
Right.
Okay? But the thing is that the Lord set this place up, and the Lord is going to destroy this place. He set this place up as a captivity, but at the same time, He also set it up as a way, as a memorial of how not to be, how not to conduct yourself, man. Speaking to you Israelites. And it's crazy because this place is where Israel loves the most. You know, out of all of our captivities, Israel loved the worst the most, man. That's why the scripture says that my people are more wicked than the wicked. Verse 7, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that has made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, she may have been healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto the heaven, and is lifted up even unto the skies. So that's plain.
No, what we talking? We read that for a reason. What we talking about earlier?
Oh, how Babylon, America basically is not going to be like restored.
Oh yeah, the hemorrhaging. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And that's the thing, man. So there's no way that this place is going to get better. This place is waxing worse, man. You know, and we, you know, praise YAHAWASHI and hope that, you know, this is it, man. That this is that this is like no trial run or no like, oh shit, gonna go back to normal. No, man. The time that the Lord said that he was going to visit the earth, that time has to be fulfilled. And we're seeing it, you know, we're seeing the visitation of the Lord, man. We're seeing America being crumbling. We're seeing everything that made this place great becoming moth-eaten, becoming corrupted, becoming corroded. You know, the scripture tells you, get that too, the book of Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And that's what America is, because they talked about how like the whole health system in America is worse. You know, these other countries, you had the other countries that were hit with the pandemic. You know, they're talking about, you know, certain countries they defeated it already. Now America's supposed to be the best of all the countries, right? But why is it the most hitting, you know, pandemic stricken places over here? You know, why is it the fact that you have the most deaths in the world happen to it in Babylon, man? Okay, because it's come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter, man. Yeah. You're sitting in a low place. You're sitting in a place that ain't nobody want to be. You know, you're sitting in a place where everybody's going to narrowly look at you, man. Yeah. And anything really that everybody else, like I said before, you got people that are still blind, but they're holding on to a false hope. They still got that rose-colored glasses on, man. Still thinking about the old America, you know, the 70s and the 40s and the 50s, you know, the roaring, you know, America was booming and shit. That shit's gone, man. It's done. Okay? Everything of that made America great is deceased. People are just holding on to what it was. It's like, you know, you have like a good basketball player. You know, like, oh, he's a shell. They said, oh, he's a shell of himself. Yeah. Basically, oh, he used to be good. So let's, you know, oh, that's Tom Brady. Not Tom Brady, but he's still alive. But like, like somebody that used to be good and he still wants to play, they might sign him because he used to be good.
His name.
Yeah. But that's what America is. America used to be good. It used to be that golden cup. You know,
past his prime.
Yeah, you know, and it's not just past his prime. It's way past his prime. It's over. You know, you should retire, but the Lord gonna retire America. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughters of Babylon, sit on the ground, for there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Okay?
Oh, word. I'm just saying, like, that's America to a T, to an A. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they want that old thing back, but the old thing is dead. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when you get hurt and you get like a season-ending injury, and like you've been like, let's say like you an athlete and you got a season-ending injury like a ACL or whatever, and like you're done. Now that happened. Now we talk about like 15 years later, like you nowhere near about to play no sport any kind. You know, you have no chance to come back and be the great player you were. And that could be a great player that could get that injury and never be the same again. I mean, you had D. Rose, Kobe. Even still, like, it's like, you know, you still always, like, that person knows that they're not the same greatness as they used to be. And the people that run this place, run this whole thing, they know it's not as great as it used to be. And they know it's going to be no chance of them really getting back to that. Because understand something, like, when you know, you know. And these devils know. They know. Even if they don't want to, they just don't want to admit it for their pride. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when they go home, when they go home and they gotta look themselves in the mirror, and they you know, like you say, you always got you have to do it at your job. That's always looking at his stock shit.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that if he's no worries? Everybody talk about, I ain't worried about nothing, but you always talking about worrisome shit. You know what I'm saying? Because like the men of the Lord are not worried. At the end of the day, like, yo, it is what's gonna be, man. We know that we Israelites, and we know that the Lord said He's gonna look after the people that's doing His will. So why are you not trying to do His will? If, like, that's the only protection you have. That only wisdom and knowledge and stability is this wisdom, all right? Because you could be a prominent professor, knowing you got a bunch of bachelor's degrees and all that, but like, it's not gonna save you. You know what I mean? Your credit score is not gonna save you. Your status in America is not gonna save you. Because what is your status doing for you right now? You got these celebrities out here in their house. Their houses are nicer than most, but like they still in the house like slaves. And their way to stay in tune with the world is to do these live shits. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, they know, man. Hollywood is not the same. Music is not the same. You know, the business world is not the same. Because what businesses? It's not really that many flourishing business now. You have Amazon, Walmart. I mean, the Google, not Google. It's really just Amazon and Walmart. Everybody else is falling by the wayside, man. You know, the mom and pop stores, they about done. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord is dealing with crucial blows. And it's starting what? Monetarily, man. Because how else you going to hurt something to where you got to hurt what they pride most about is the money here. The people here, they care about money the most. So why the Lord not going to mess up the money system first?
Hey, because the money system has become a god. Money has become a god. That's what the scripture says. You can't serve God, the Most High, and mammon. You know, and that's what a lot of our people, they put their trust into money. All right, and that's why and you put your faith into you put your faith in the money. And once again, that's why the Lord said, "Riches profiteth not in the day of evil, in the day of wrath." Man, you put your faith in money. The Lord is, and that's what a capitalist society is built off of. You know, your power, your safety, your security is based off of how much FRNs you can accumulate. So, what do you think? Don't you think the Lord is going to immediately take that away from you? And then let's see what you really got faith in. Let's see what really can uphold you. All right, and that's why once this economy collapses, that's when people are going to fucking bug the hell. I mean, you got people losing it now, but they still, once again, they get in. That's why you had the whole stimulus packages and these all, the government throwing $1,200 at people and stuff like that, because that's them throwing a quote unquote security at them. All right, but once that shit don't mean nothing, once your money don't mean nothing, what are you going to do? What are people going to resort to, man? All right, we know where our rock is. All right, money is a rock in this society, but that's not a sure foundation. The only sure foundation is YAHAWASHI, man. Right. That rock, that chief cornerstone. Okay, and that's why the Lord said that, what then shall my chosen be known, the ones who are upon this rock, man. The ones who are upon YAHAWASHI, and it's going to be set apart. They're going to be set apart. It's going to be known. It's going to be seen like, yo, they wasn't standing on money. They wasn't standing on this rock. Where everybody fucking crumbling and in a slippery place, and they all broken up. The men of the YAHAWASHI, they're going to still be standing firm. And that's why the scripture says in the day of actually let me get it real quick. This is the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15.
When you done with that, I got something too.
God. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 74. It says, I start at 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, right, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, man. So the Most High is going to be guiding us through this, man. And as David said, if the Most High be for us, who can be against us? Right. Who gonna stop the Most High? What type of pestilence or famine is going to stop the Most High? He's the one that's bringing it. Right. He's the one that controls the famine. He's the one that controls the teeth of the wild beast. He's the one that controls the spirits. So if the Lord be for us, if he be our guide, who's going to be against us? Who's going to stop it? That's why the Lord said, be not afraid, man. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid of the times that are coming, man. If you're doing what's right in the eyes of YAHAWASHI, if you're giving it your all, if you are steadfast in your faith, okay, if you're following his commandments to the best of your ability, you have nothing to be afraid of, man. The Lord did not give us the spirit of fear. That's right. Okay, but understand that yes, the days of trouble are at hand, but really, who is the trouble for? All right, the trouble is for the wicked, man. Right. The days of evil were created for the wicked. All right, and we just gotta hope and pray and have faith, have confidence that we are exempt from that, because there is going to be an exempt that mark of exemption. There are men set aside to be exempt from that, man, and that's why we do this thing. That's why we continue to stay, in this truth. Even though we might look crazy to the world, they gonna look crazy to us. I mean, they look crazy to us now, really. But it's gonna be known how crazy they are, man. It's gonna be known how insane, how unstable they are, and they gonna see it, man. And then that's when they gonna come. That's what the scripture says, that you should get a fame and praise and every land you've been put to shame, because it's gonna be only a certain amount of people that are gonna be or that are gonna be stable in that time. And it's not gonna be because they're gonna have money. It's not because they're gonna be having a stockpile of food. It's gonna be because they know, or should I say, they are known of YAHAWASHI.
Protected from heaven. Protected of heaven. God. Protection from heaven, I should say.
You got it.
Yeah. So I want to, and people, speaking of protection from on high, let's talk about the people that don't take that to mind. Now, this is the book of Job, chapter 31. I'm gonna start at verse 23. And it says, for destruction from Yahweh was a terror to me, and by reason of his highness I could not endure. If I have made gold my hope, or have said to the fine gold, thou art my confidence. If I rejoice because my wealth was great, and because my hand had gotten much. I'm gonna jump down to 28, because that's where it gets good. It says, this also were an iniquity to be punished by the judge, for I should have denied the God that is above. And people have denied Yahweh, our people have denied Yahweh and put money as their as the #1 protection, man. Do you think your FRNs is gonna protect you? These devils, their major resources not gonna protect them from the Lord's judgment, man. And they got way greater wealth and liquid assets and all that kind of stuff, man. You hear that you got your FRNs, what, your gold chain gonna protect you? What, your little fort at your house, your basement, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna protect you, man. Because the Lord said He's gonna give His men the ultimate power, man. The power over the elements, man. It's like a win-win for Israel, you know, for the elect. You know what I'm saying? Because like at the end of the day, the Lord said, I'm going to destroy this earth for their wickedness. But these have I set aside to the side to deliver, to not get those coming perils, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the team you want to be on. I don't want to be on a team to where I'm not sure like what's going to happen. Like, I don't want to be on that team. I want to be on a team where the Lord said like, yo, you good, man. You good. And right now everybody's not good. You don't know if you're good right now. That's why you got to continue to do the things, take the steps to be like, all right, like this would be somebody that would be good if they doing this. You know what I mean? Like we'll say real niggas do real things. That's a term of the world. But like the elect people do the elect things because they are the elect. You know what I'm saying? You play the part. You live the part. You know what I'm saying?
You got some more than that?
No, that was it on that. I still want to hit up.
Yeah, if you got something.
Oh, yeah, we're going to the book of 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter. And it says, 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1, it says, He answered me, this is a good chapter, by the way. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Now, all is going on.
Go ahead.
No, all is going on. That's how the Lord is visiting the earth, man. They looking for the whole grand entrance where the Lord is going to descend down from heaven, and then that's when He's visiting the earth. Now, the Lord is visiting the earth first, because the YAHAWASHI is going to come like that, but it's things to preview that. It's undercards. It's undercards, so to speak. You know, it's not the main event. Like, people think the Lord is going to come back and they're like, all right, He's going to set everything in righteousness. And that's when like the Lord, it's all strategic, man. Like, the Lord is the ultimate strategist, man. He is strategy. He is, like we say He is, and His name is, He is strategy. You know what I'm saying? And it says,
so like, you run back one again?
Verse 1?
Hit 1 point.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before.
Yeah, see? So right there, it said, measure the times diligently within itself, and when thou have seen part of the signs past, which means what? Everybody can't see the signs, man. Everybody doesn't realize what is going on, man. And the thing is crazy because you got the prophets out there that's literally breaking down what's going on, but people still scoff at it. Because they can't see it. It wasn't given unto them to see. You know, in the book of Isaiah, it said what? Let me get that real quick. The Lord told Isaiah to go prophesy, and then Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. It says, and He said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. So you got people that are hearing these words, but they can't understand what is happening, man. You got people that are seeing what is going on, but they still don't perceive it. They don't have the spiritual knowledge, the spiritual wisdom, the spiritual inclination to be able to see, oh wait, this is happening because the Lord said X, Y, and Z, because this is the end of this age, because the Lord got a judgment. They're not seeing it. They're seeing, oh man, so somebody ate a bat and then this and that, and that's why it's happening. If you just stay home, then they see everything on a surface carnal level, man. Yep. You know, but even though you got the prophets out there that are prophesying spiritually, telling them what is happening, why it's happening, they can't perceive it. All right, it's not, and it says going on. It says, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears and understand with their heart. Heart, going back to the Hebrew word lab, which means mind, and convert and be healed. Meaning what? Everybody was not made to get this, man. The Lord has an elect. If everybody could get it, then there would be no such thing as an elect. It'd just be everybody. you know, which they tell you in this Christian church, everybody can be saved, but no, only really the elect can be saved. Now anybody can be the elect that's a part of the nation of Israel, but if you want to get really deep into it, anybody can't be, because it was already predestined who can be the elect. Yeah, you know. But the thing is, going back to where it says in the second Esdras, the 9th chapter, it said what? That when thou sees part of the signs past, okay? And only the ones that can see part of the signs past, if you go back to second Esdras and go to like the last 2 verses in chapter 8, so the chapter before that, because even Lord told Esdras that what he was telling them wasn't meant for everybody.
The actual last
you started at 62. I started at 61.
Second Esdras chapter 8, verse 61. And therefore is my judgment now at hand.
So the judgment of YAHAWASHI is now at hand, man. Okay? And how do we know that? Because of the signs that we see it. We're living it. You know, it's not something that we gotta, you know, everything is happening just how the Lord said it was gonna happen. Go ahead.
And if I may go quick, because you mentioned the whole thing about the bat. Let's say that was what happened. They still not gonna get a little credit for having control over that bat. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say that.
Because you got one man ate a bat, and now you got thousands, millions of people dying all across the world, man. That's divine intervention. Even if it did happen that way, that's still divine intervention, man.
Made that man eat that bat.
Exactly. That one specific bat. And that one specific bat, he can eat anything, man. It's the Lord is in control of everything, man.
Everything.
Go ahead.
And verse 62 says, these things have I not showed unto all men. But unto thee, a few like thee, they answer I and said.
So read that, run that back in.
Second Esdras chapter 8, verse 62. These things have I not showed unto all men, but unto thee, and a few like thee, they answer I and said.
So that's when you have to really sit back and think YAHAWASHI that you even understand what's going on, man. Because the Lord just said that he hasn't showed this to everybody, man. You know, and that's why, and that is another reason why, as a man of the Lord and somebody that believes, you should do your part in pushing out this word too, because he didn't give it to everybody to even have the ability to understand it. Okay? And that's why you have people who don't believe. That's why you have scoffers, because it wasn't given unto everybody to get it. So you might get mad at a scoffer, you know, you might get annoyed and things of that nature. But when you go back into it, when you really look at it, it's like, well, it wasn't for you, man. You know, it wasn't for you. Okay? And you're going to see we're coming to the times where you're about to realize where you fucked up, that it's not for you. It's not, you know, you're not hurting our feelings. You're not making us sad that you're not getting it. You know, at first, coming to the truth, you get mad if certain people won't get it, even though it's plain unto you. But you have to realize it's not plain unto everybody, man. You know, the Lord has to literally open up your mind in order for you to understand what's going on. And at a point, what's going to happen is everybody is going to understand it. But the way that they're going to understand it is going to be by pain. That's why it says in 2 Esdras, the 9th chapter, they should know it after death by pain. You're going to know it. You're going to know it. You ones that scoff, you ones that don't believe, you're still going to know. You just going to have to know the hard way. You're going to have to know by pain.
And that's why they'll never bring out the Apocrypha in the 501c3 building. Because that right there just solidified that everybody can't be saved. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is going to see, but everybody can't be saved. And I believe it's in Romans when it says, blessed is the man who the Lord forgive his sins and imputeth not iniquity, man. So how you gonna say that everybody's gonna be saved if the Lord said, blessed is he whose sins are forgiven? And first off, that's only the Israelites. So that's not even everybody, because what is sin? Transgression of the law. And who was given the law? The Israelites. So if every Israelite is not gonna make it, how you gonna just include another nation that has nothing to do with the covenant and nothing to do with the promise in the first place, man? You can't just get in there, man. This is about blood, man. This is about blood and the spirit is of Israel, of Jacob, man. So you have to be from that line, have a spirit of an Israelite on you to have any kind of possibility of being delivered, man. And that's why he said, I'm going to read this again, 2 Esdras chapter 8, verse 62. These things have I not showed unto all men. So all men being all people. But unto thee, which is one person, and a few like thee. Who's that few like thee? The elect. The 144,000, 12,000 men out of the 12 tribes of Israel. And then all the men, women, and children also shall be delivered. Of the Israelites. That's who it's for. That's the you like thee. Because people always got to hold on. All you gotta do is believe in the Lord. Well, everybody doesn't believe in the Lord, because the Lord said what? You shall know the faith by works. Are these people doing the work, that their due diligence to work on their faith, build their faith so they can be protected from this? Is Israel doing that? The Lord said Israel has forsaken him. So why she lift a finger to save you if you forsook him? And you're doing yourself a disservice by forsaking him, because he don't need you. The Lord don't need us. You know, the Lord said, like, the Lord didn't need David. The Lord didn't need Moses. But the Lord being merciful and loving and kindness, he said, you know what? I choose y'all and the few like y'all, and then y'all gonna be the ones I'm gonna deliver and show that my power
through.
So it's really not about us, it's about him, and he just, like, we're just using, it's like you're just using us. And it's beautiful, it's good. I'm all for it. But at the end of the day, you understand that the Lord said, he said, I not show unto all men. So like we had to get showed it also, even the elect. They had to be processed of like, yo, we showing you, like, you finding out that this is what it is, man. And it's gonna be others like you. And I'm gonna read the last verse. Verse 63 of 2nd Esdras, the 8th chapter. It says, behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of the wonders which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou hast not showed me? But he showed us the signs to know that we are in the last time. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the yin and the yang, so to speak. It's like, yeah, he didn't show us when, but he said when you see these things,
then you should know. That's why Yahawashi gave the parable of the summer, the fig tree. When I should see the fig, you know,
I know the fig tree. You start to see it come blossom or something.
Yeah, hey, that's how you know it's spring. You know, that's how you know. You look around nature. Nature tells you it's about to be spring. It's about to be summer because of a process that happens, man. And that's the same thing that's happening in the spirit. You know, in the spirit realm. Yeah. The things that the Lord is always working. People think that the Lord is not doing it. The Lord is working, man. And now we're in a time where the Lord is about to do that final work of this coming of the end of this age. In the signs of that, the tokens of that is what we're seeing happening right now. There is no other reason, every time some news come out, it's always unprecedented. All right, always it's never before seen. Always, this is the first time it's ever happened. And the scriptures told you it's going to be a time like it's never been before. So what does that mean, man? You have to understand, what does that mean? It's not just some random occurring event, random, chain of events.
Right.
The Lord is working in the earth, man. Okay? And it's ultimately for what? For the redemption of the elect of Israel and for the destruction of this age, man.
Right.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
In the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom of Israel, to come, YAHAWASHI to come and to redeem us and to set up the righteous rulership, man, which everybody even want. That's another reason why everybody not going to be saved. Everybody doesn't even want a righteous rulership. People want to be wicked, man. They're not going to say, I want to be wicked, but they want to do wicked things.
The action shows.
Yeah. What was I saying in the world? Actions speak louder than words, man. You know, your actions speak louder than words. That's why Yahweh said what? That their heart, with their mouth they honor me, but your mind is far from me. Because you are what you act. You act how you are. You are what you think, man. You know? So you can do all the lip service all you want, but you really going to show forth what you're really about, man. And that goes even for men that's in this truth. You can say all the lip service all you want, but if you're not putting it in the work, the Lord gonna look at that, man. The Lord gonna look at, well, you said you love me. You said you are about this truth, but you haven't really done anything to prove it, man.
Well, hearers
that's
of
why
the word, not doers.
Yeah, hearers of the word, not doing it. That's why they said what? Make your calling and election short. You gotta make it short, man. You gotta do something to make your calling and election short. It starts off with faith, but faith without works is dead, man.
Right.
You know?
And if I may, the Lord is not gonna wait for you to get your business off the ground to proceed on with his prophecies either, man.
Oh yeah. The Lord works on his time.
Yeah.
Man. What do he say? Who can counsel me? You know, Lord not looking at let's go. Let me go talk to that man right there. Let's see if he's ready for the end of this age, man. No, it's when the Lord set forth. It already been written when it's going to happen. Now it's happening, man. The days of trouble are at hand, and it's only going to get worse.
Right.
You know, and like I said, all you gotta do is pay attention to the news. It's stuff that is happening. It's only things that are perpetuating the more destruction, man. Mm-hmm. I just did a video. You got Japanese giant hornets over here in America now, man.
Murder hornets.
Murder hornets, man. The things the size they can grow up to 2 inches, man. Imagine something flying like this, stinging you. And the Lord sent hornets. The Lord sent hornets over in ancient Egypt. Well, not actually Egypt, but in the ancient world, man, to drive out the Hittites, the Hivites, and the Canaanites. So the Lord is in control of everything that is going on, man. The famines, that's one of the Lord's main way of bringing destruction, man. Because it's worse way. That's one of the worst ways to die is by famine. The scripture tells you it's better to die by the sword than by the famine. So now you seeing articles talking about food shortages and you know, food desolation, all these things. That's the YAHAWASHI, his visitation on the earth, man. The earthquakes, okay? The uproars, the sedition among all these things is the Lord. The Lord is the Father of spirits.
That's right.
They're not just people spirits, the animal spirits too. You think the animal is so coincidental that you have Japanese hornets over here? Not, no, the Lord put that in their spirit for those hornets to come over here in America, man. Yo. Nah, you good. Yo, cool.
Pardon that.
Yeah. Hey, man, you know?
If I may,
the eye shall see your teachers.
but I was going to say about the hornets. I actually read up on that article. I don't know if you like read it, but it was the murder hornets. They said that it does it to where like it pierces through the beehives, and it gets so strong that it pierces through the bee suit. So them bee suits that people wear, they said it could pierce through that. Yeah. So like. And like brother said, like what you think they just say, like, you know, let's go to America.
Right. You know what I mean?
Let's go east. Let's go west.
At this time too.
Right now.
And also those hornets, they depopulate the bee basically population, man. And bees are very vital to food because they pollinate the flowers and, you know, the crops and all that too, man. So this is a whole bunch of shit that is happening that is showing you how the Lord is destroying this place, man.
Yeah.
Systematically, man. Well, you still got, you know, people, you know, those people that drove by, you know, friends I know in the world, but they still got that mindset, man. They still in the mindset of folly. They're still in the mindset of, you know, hey, let's go party, blah, 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 blah. You think they're gonna be like that when there's no famine, when there's no food? Yeah. You think they're gonna be like that when there's martial law troops, you know, up and down the streets? You think they're gonna be like that when you gotta ransack other people's houses to feed their family, man? Mm-hmm. You know, they're not gonna be honking a horn and laughing and everything like that. And they're like that now, but like I said, I've known them in the world, and they're complaining about the whole, you know, social distancing now. But they still, as the scripture says, for all their scourges, they shall not turn from their wickedness, man. Right. They're still not thinking about, you know what, let me try to get right with YAHAWASHI. But those were Israelites, man, of the northern tribe, you know? But that's why the Lord said what? He's just gonna have to just bring the wrath, man. Mm-hmm. Those are for death. Those are for the sword to the sword. Those are for the famine to the famine. And all we can do is just pray and hope that we are exempt from that, man. That's okay, that's it.
Because we are relatively in the same boat, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But
like, just trying to throw a life jacket.
Life jacket. We just trying to get in the raft.
God, because this boat is sinking, man. Yeah. And the only way to come up out of it is by way of them chariots. Ultimately, when that fire comes, the only way you're gonna escape from it is through the chariots, man.
Yeah.
You know, there's no other way to escape from the ultimate judgment of this place, which is the second death, which is the fire. You're not escaping any other way except by way of a supernatural, what they call UFO, a chariot of YAHAWASHI coming up and beaming you out of this place, man. You gotta really, literally believe on something supernatural. Do you believe in the supernatural? Yeah. Because that's what you're gonna need in order to be delivered. You gotta believe on the supernatural, man.
You want that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like this is like, I ain't gonna hold you, like, no, this stuff is kind of crazy, but this is stuff they put in the Marvel movies and all that. So like, this is stuff that people like, but they don't believe it's gonna be reality.
But you see, the thing is, those are the movies that make the most money too. So you see how like those supernatural and spiritual power movies, those things that what captivates the minds of people most, because people, you gotta realize, man, whether you want to believe it or not, we're not humans, we're not bodies, we're spirits in bodies, man.
Yeah.
That's what people are. People are spirits in bodies. So everything things that are spiritual, things that are supernatural, it's going to have some type of spark in your mind, man. It's just really if you really truly believe on it or not. But you're going to be interested in it, man, because everybody's spirit. Everybody's a spirit, man. Before you was here on this earth, you was in the spirit world. You was a spirit. Okay? Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's it.
Hey man, it's a scary thing. You said want to close out?
Nah, that's all I got.
The scary thing, because like brothers talk about like we hope to be part of the number that gets saved. Because remember the Lord said most people are going to perish. Most people are going to like not make it. So like you want to like the people that make it is going to be. Remember it says it's going to be a small remnant. Like that's a small remnant is a small remaining of everybody. So everybody, like what they said is quote unquote 7-8 billion people on the earth. So you have 144,000 for sure, and whatever the rest of the elect, and the rest of the heathens that's going to make it to serve slavery. That's going to be a small number.
Oh, I got something.
Even still,
back you up. 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 1.
Right.
It says, "And he answered me, saying, the Most High have made this world for many, but the world to come for few.
Ooh, bars.
I will tell thee a similitude, Esdras, as when thou askest the earth, it shall say unto thee, that it giveth much mold thereof, whereof earthen vessels are made, but little dust that gold cometh of. Even so is the course of this present world. There be many created, but few shall be saved."
Many created, so like majority don't make it. Like that, like you know, like they say, like if everybody's basically like, what's that term? Everybody jumping off the bridge right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, it say like you jump off. If somebody jump off the bridge, you jump too. Well, that's basically what's happening. Everybody is jumping off the bridge and dying. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, this is going to be a lot of dead bodies, man.
Damn, the Lord said what you always talk about the when it says to reach the horse's bridle, man.
God.
That's a tall height for blood, liquid. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the earth like that. It's like it's gonna be a big bowl or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why the Lord said that you have to fear Him, because like, yo, I'm gonna kill most of the people on the earth. Like that's basically what the Lord's telling us. So like, this is what you gotta do to be able to be saved.
And He like, don't act like I haven't done it before.
Yeah, you kill more people.
Yeah, word.
Like,
well, I don't know if there's more people.
No, I'm saying,
back then, but you killed more of the population.
That's
most of the population.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But the still fraction is.
The percentage is higher.
That's 90-something percent. That's down there 100. Yeah, like yo, like, bro, I don't even know 144,000 people. I don't think, like personally, but that's how many the Lord's gonna say. But out of 8 billion, 7-8 billion, and then the rest, like it's a small remnant, man. Especially and to be saved, because like the remnant that's gonna be saved of the heathen, they're gonna be saved. They're gonna be saved to serve slavery. So like they gonna wish they were dead. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying.
God.
They're gonna try to kill themselves.
No, it's over for that.
And like we coming in a time where the movie is where the villain has the upper hand, but he's losing it, and the person, the Superman, so to speak, Superman, he was under the red sun, but he getting his yellow sun energy back. All right, the Lord is bringing back the elect, the Israelites, back to their true nature, man.
And it starts with what? Knowing the name of the Lord and repenting, man. And that's what scares Esau the most, man. That's what Esau be having, fucking staying up late at night the most. The fact that the prophets are out there prophesying and people are waking up more and more, man.
More Israelites waking up.
See, Edomite, Jake, you know, these gangbanger Jakes, that don't scare Esau, man. They're a creation. They're a creation of Esau. Right. Those are Esau kids, man. That's why the Lord said you are of your father, the devil. Right. So you talk like, we gonna roll up on Esau with these guns. Esau like, yo, I created you. But who Esau did not create? The men of the prophets and the men that believe on YAHAWASHI. Right. Esau didn't create that, man. He got nothing to do with that. And that's what scares Esau the most.
Spirits he can't have.
Yeah. You know, that's why Esau is moving with that quick wrath, man, because he's seeing more and more of the Israelites awakening to who they are, to who their power is, man. All right, Trump just came out, Operation Warp Speed? You know, that all these cold terminologies and things of that nature. Revelation 12 and 12. These should come down upon you with great wrath. Right. Even these regular Edomites, man. You know, the ones who were still, you know, they're just dumb themselves too. But when they see, you know, us out on the highways and byways, and when they see us, you know, standing up for righteousness, they be like, oh, what the fuck? What's going on? What's that right there?
Yeah, we witnessing it right now, to be honest.
God, yeah.
Like the looks people, we're in front
right,
of us is,
right on the sidewalk of a busy street.
Yep.
So you got a lot of people that's looking at us like, yo, what the fuck is going on, man? You know?
It's spectacle.
Yeah. Hey, Lord say you gonna make it a spectacle, but hey, man, that's what you got to do, man.
It's the only time this is a joy to be that for this. You know, because the Lord said suffer for righteousness' sake.
God, being fools for the Lord's sake, man.
We don't be spectacles on world star hip hop.
They twerking and shit.
Being a bunch of niggas and shit.
Quarantine. You know, but yeah, we want to close it out there, you know. Hey, Lord willing, you know, you brothers and you sisters out there, hey, stay in the spirit, stay faithful, man. Stay watching too, man. You know, don't take your eye off the prize, all right? The scripture talks about, you know, working towards that mark of that high calling, man. You know, everything that's happening right now, you got the devil out here like a roaring lion seeking who may devour. Okay, you got these evil spirits out here that's trying to work on your mind. And you go pray, fast. You know, stay. You know, amongst the brotherhood, stay amongst righteous men. Okay, and if you're not amongst them, you know, hey, you know, watch your videos. You know, pray to the Lord. Do your studying. Okay, but because there's a lot of things going on, man. It's gonna be you coming into times where it's not gonna make it. It's gonna be hard for people to smile. You know, it's gonna be hard for you to smile, man. Days of trouble, man. Yeah. Okay, so you know, with that, hey, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, High YAHAWASHI, High YAHAWAH. Until next time, shalom, shalom to the house of David, man. Shalom.
Shalom.